I know. I should be asleep by now. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired. It's been a while since I've had a YouTube channel where I posted. Right? You usually have the channel intros and yada yada yada, all that beautiful stuff. Um, what can I say? I've had a couple of channels over the years. Um, Dating back to literally when I was a child to teenage years. And if it wasn't YouTube, I posted Facebook. And I've pretty much documented a lot of my life, which is kind of amazing. Literally, one of the first videos being when I was a child, like 12, playing with Barbie dolls. Please don't look that shit up. I'll fucking kill myself. But documenting when I was learning how to play flute, when I was learning how to play guitar, when I was in a band, posting my cover videos, all of these things, spending time with friends, literally documenting myself, because when I was 19, I felt like something was wrong with me. And a part of me felt like nobody cared about what was happening to me, and something was wrong. But I didn't know what that something was. So, for a day, one time, I decided to document myself because something is wrong. And it was really just a vlog. Like, it was literally just gonna be a vlog. Like, I came out of class and I was like, I look good. I'm so amazing. I'm this, I'm that. Ha, 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 ha. Nobody can tell me what. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a cunt. Blah, 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 blah. And in that same day, when the night came, I was erratic. Very disturbing. I feel like I looked very disturbing. The videos very disturbing. And then I had a crash. I felt depressed. I had suicidal ideations. And I talked about how much I didn't want to live anymore. I talked about how much I hated myself. Trigger warning. I should say that. Just trigger warning if you want to skip past this part. Um, so once I was done with that video and I kind of put it all together on my laptop, I uploaded the video. This, when people touch their hair like this is actually self-soothing. This is a self-soothing thing, like grooming. Um I took uh, a bottle of pills and I tried to kill myself. And my ex stopped me. And that's when I knew. Well, I did know. I still didn't know something was wrong. And I remember begging him to not tell my mom. When I actually recorded that, I was 21. Yeah, I was 21 because I was able to buy alcohol now, and I was drinking. I was drinking packs of alcohol. a day, within 2 days. And you know, I thought it's not that deep. Like it's literally fucking my cards. Like it's really not that deep. It's just some cute, simple little sip, drink, whatever. It's whatever, right? It's really like for true hardcore drinkers. Like it's really not that bad. You know what I mean? It's my cards. But when you're buying a pack every 2 days and drinking it all, and then it goes from buying a pack a day, something's not right. And I thought it was normal. Like it's my cards. Like it's not. It ain't like I'm buying some fucking Corona or like some fucking whatever strong shit. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like I'm drinking shit that's hard. It's fucking my cards. I like sweet drinks. I don't like shit that tastes bitter. So I'm like, it's not a beer. It's my cards. And embarrassingly, I remember it was brought to my attention, like somebody saying, "Hey, I noticed that you buy a lot of packs of alcohol, and I recognize it because I used to be an alcoholic." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" They're like, "I can just see it. I recognize it." And I was like, "Mind your fucking business." How about that? How about that? I'm not a fucking alcoholic. It's my cards. It's my cards. Hello? It's my cards. It ain't like I'm drinking Four Loko. It ain't like I'm drinking, I don't fucking know. Again, I don't look at the hard liquor. I don't. So it's like, alcoholic. Mind your fucking business. Okay. Something was wrong. The moment that I was 21 and I was able to drink and I was able to buy as much alcohol as I wanted, something was wrong. Before alcohol, I was going to the store often, and I would buy lots of candy and snacks, and it was so cheap back in 2016. I was 19, and I would just buy a bunch of snacks, lay it all out on my bed, and eat it all. Partially why I'm a fat bitch now. I had an eating disorder. And I've always had an eating disorder, but I was starving myself when I was a teenager. And then it's a strange phenomenon that I was like, my only thought process for it was I felt a deep emptiness inside myself, and I just needed it to be filled. And the only way that I felt filled was when I put food into myself. But it never filled the hole. And I felt that my sadness grew, and I was starting to display some really troublesome stuff. And then, we moved outside of the city that I grew up in, and something was just not right with me. And I'll save those stories if I ever choose to share it. But long story short, something had gone wrong with me, and I didn't know what. Now, I've always recorded myself, like just being myself. When I was younger, I for the most part, I made the best of the situation that I was living in when I was younger. And so before I was recording, I was on Periscope, And like I seen people often, like, I just have one of those personalities. It wasn't hard meeting new people, gaining new audience. I would get on there, paint, whatever, It's nothing that deep. It's nothing that serious. This side is gonna piss me off or something. I gotta flatten the other side or something. So I'm not trying to yap. I'm trying to get straight to the point. It's supposed to be a fucking intro. Sorry. But yeah, something was wrong. When I posted that video, I had that attempt. I didn't want to tell my mom, but a family member saw it and they reached out to her, and my mom was like, "What's going on?" And I told her what was wrong with me. I told her. So she immediately took me to see a therapist. I got evaluated again, because mind you, the therapist said before that, hey, she has a severe, mood disorder. It should be taken seriously. Like, this is not a joke. And black parents being black parents, I'm just sad because I don't wash the dishes. So after literally not even realizing that I actually posted my suicide note, she took it seriously. When I went again, and she was like, I'm going to refer her to a psychiatrist because you want to drop her off at the psych ward? And my mom did try to do that. She did. And they were like, oh, well, she already has an appointment with a psychiatrist. Like, she should be fine. She tried to 5150 me, y'all. Crazy. She didn't really. Like, I was like, I think I don't feel safe. So I saw the psychiatrist. He said that, you have bipolar. And since then, I've tried to be more, well, as of recent. When I say recent, let me take it back. Since 2021, I have been consistent with taking my medication, especially because 2021 was a hard year. And I broke up with my ex, and that's when I started to record myself when I had mental breakdowns, because I felt like at any moment people need to know why and where I was at mentally. And I never knew if it would be a suicide note, or it was something that was toxic, but also it was something that was healing, to just sit in front of a camera and say everything that I want to say and just never look at it again. You know what I mean? But it's so interesting when I went back, because in many ways it's almost like a video diary. And it's interesting. It's interesting, to say the least, how sad I was in the past. And then when I went through my spiritual journey, starting in 2022, videos I made were much happier or positive, or advice like, oh, if I'm ever in this situation, I would do this. In 2021, literally April 3rd, 2021, I made a video talking about my ex, which obviously I was wrong about the information, because eventually we talked about it and we're good. We hang out, like, we're cool. Me and him are cool. And I'm talking about how I just can't do love anymore, and to go through that again. And like, honestly, these things still translate the same in current times. So it's like really interesting looking back and looking at how much I changed. And I remember what I wanted to be, where I wanted to be, and I'm where I want to be. Even with everything that I go through, I'm where I want to be. And it's so interesting looking at little videos of me when I was a little baby. It's so cute. So I just want to say, this is what, first of all, this channel is for yapping. This is the Yap Podcast, Yapparana, where I just sit here and yap. Literally in this video, I'm yapping. How many minutes is on this? 14 minutes, and I'm yapping. This is not an intro. Don't consider it an intro. This is going to be a second video, just explaining the channel in a not so TLDR. So I might as well get comfortable and talk about it. Talk about it. So I may post old videos of me, and I just want to be honest that this channel will be very transparent, and I'll post on it whenever I want. There's no scheduled thing. Ain't nobody looking at this. It's just me and a vibe. If people do look at this, welcome to the vibe. I'm just the yapper. I yap, I talk about interesting things and whatever. Um Consider this welcome to my video diary, girl. Welcome. I'll post whatever. But I say this to say that my videos will not be limited to just me yapping at times. It will be old videos of me sharing where I'm at in my life and life experiences and like I listen, listen. I'm dedicated to being transparent because there has to be real ones in the world full of fake. So, yes, I will post videos of me in the middle of a mental breakdown because life is not always cherries and rainbows and oh my god, everything is perfect. And that's why I hate Instagram because like everybody just get on there and they just pretend like their life is fucking happy and that the world is a fucking rainbow, and it's not. Mind you, their life is falling apart and I get it, but it's like it's so performative and I don't do performance. I may be theatrical, but I don't do performance. And so I'm transparent, and this is me. I'm going to talk about whatever I want. I'm going to express myself in whatever way. And if you vibe, welcome to the vibe. But if you don't vibe, then that's cool. If somehow, someday, God forbid, I don't try to hurt myself or anything, at least you can see this channel and see what was going on in my little head. Because many times it don't take much for me to want to leap off the edge. If you push me, if you lead me to the edge, I might just jump. So be mindful of how you talk to people. Be mindful of how you treat people, because there's certain people where all they need is that reason to end it all. All they need is a reason. And I'm not God's strongest. I don't know how I'm here right now. Now I'm here right now because I have friends who are there for me, who show up for me. Let me push this up a little bit. Who are there for me, who show up for me. So life isn't as hard as it could be, but not everyone is blessed with that. And I'm blessed to have that now because yeah. So I just wanted to give a little something, but I guess this is a little bit longer, but just to be honest, like it's gonna be real bitch hours on here. Like I'm just gonna post whatever. I'll post like literally a lot of the videos of me talking, I don't send that to nobody. Like it's me talking to myself. It's literally me yapping. I just get on there and I be like, dolls, blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, like I'm really having the conversations in the podcast and DMs with my besties. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be the podcast hours all the time in the text messages. So any videos you see of me yapping is because I just like to talk. I just like to hear myself talk. And I hope that you like to hear me talk. I hope that you like to see me crash out. Because I do have meltdown videos. I do have moments where I am angry and the way that I speak may be a little harsh. Because that was the younger me. And I was going through a spiritual journey, a healing phase. And healing isn't always, it's not, like, listen, healing is not incense and rainbows and tea. Healing is black coffee and a cold cigarette. Healing is hard. Addressing the shadow parts of yourself is fucking hard. And people don't talk about it enough. Having to go through this journey of like the anger that I felt in 2021 when I went through my breakup, and I felt like portraying it and pushing it onto other people, like these people made me this way. And it's like, I mean, well, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, but you engaged in this, and mind you, I was so misled, and I had no one to help me. But when I did connect with the people that were really my soul tribe, who held me accountable and who told, like, we went through this healing journey together, it helped me better myself and change as a person. So I forgive myself. When I was younger, I felt a lot of anger in 2021. I felt a lot of betrayal. I felt a lot of I'm fucking over it during that time. So I speak with a lot of hurt, a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, because I was going through a whole process. And by the time I turned 26, I was like, I'm the person that I've always wanted to be. Once it got it, I'm the person that I've always wanted to be. I think about where my life could have been when I break up with my ex. I wonder how happy I could have been just being alone and like sitting in my room and listening to music and just finding myself and having that peace, that calmness, that stillness. And when I had it, I was like, I'm where I've always wanted to be. And life wasn't always happy. 2022 was hard. I developed tinnitus in one of my ears, and like I felt like I had no control of anything, and I had a breakdown when it would get worse, and I shaved off my eyebrows because I wasn't strong enough to cut off my hair. This is real shit. Like, healing is not a one-way journey. Healing is destructive. It pushes you. And I was definitely tested last year. And usually I'm someone that turns the other cheek, but this time around I needed to use my voice. Because if silence keeps the peace, whose peace are you keeping? And I refuse to store war in my body to hold the peace for others. And so it's important to use your voice. Now, at this point in my life, I would like to just forgive and heal. I want to choose myself. I've been deep into work that has made me very structured, but it's also taken away from a lot of my creativity, and it hurts me so much because creativity is what keeps my imagination going. I'm creative in all aspects, in writing, in painting, in photography, in yapping, in makeup, which is why like I'm getting the fuck up and I'm putting on this fucking makeup and I'm cutting this wig, because this is my art. Me sitting here and speaking is my art. And to not be creative, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. I have to be creative. I have to be creative. There's just no way. Also, you like how me and my dream catcher is matching? Per. This is another form of me being creative. I don't want to lose myself self sacrificing for others. This is my sixth perfection year. And this is one of those years where people don't realize how, you know, the sixth perfection year is just as difficult because it is surrounded by mental health and service. This is the my year of Virgo, and I do have a sixth house stellium in my chart. Yes, I'm also an astrologer. What do you know? I'm a spiritualist. I connect with the universe. I know a lot. I know a lot. I have a YouTube channel where I plan to do tarot readings. I'm a creative. This is what I do. And so to not be creative, I'm going to lose my marbles. So this gives me something to do in the meantime. But, you know, healing is a journey, and I'm 29. This is my last year, my 30s. Oh, I mean, I'm 25. I'm gonna be 26. Like, girl, yeah. The pandemic took too much time off, babe. I'm still in my mid 20s. Aging is a blessing. Growing is a blessing. I don't ever want to regress because it's unhealthy. But yes, I'm setting the tone of what this will be. I'm not sure if I'll let this be an intro or if I'll actually make an intro like, hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya? Which I didn't even introduce myself. Hello. My name is J. Barbie. Or J. Well, I don't really get called Jay much in my real life. I get called by my name, but you can call me Jay. I prefer Jay because I would like it if my job would not be able to look me up. Hope you can understand. A lot of internet people, you don't need to know my name. You can call me Jay, or if you know me as the Citron Baddie. The Citron Baddie. Which I prefer that, especially for my TikTok. If you know me as Lemonade, you can call me Lemon. Because that's what I give. I am sour, I am sweet, I am bitter, I am me. I can give you puss, I can give you cunt, I can give you sweet, I can give you intelligent, I can give you silly, I can just coon and goon. And let me tell you something, I don't give a fuck about what young Gen Z is talking about. Cooning and gooning has been a California term, period. It means kicking back with your friends, chilling, running a block, being crazy, being this, being that. I don't know what the fuck y'all to be talking about with this gooning shit. But that's not what it means over here. So, you know it's also very... See, there I go. About to get 29 minutes in. How is this an intro? Exactly. But you know what? This is real. This is me. This is true. This is tea. I should get a microphone, huh? I feel like that would give... Plus, I'm trying to get as much airtime as I can while I look this gorgeous, because I'm not going to be giving cunt like this often, you know? I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race and I was like, I need a signature look for me. And one thing about it, as a Leo rising, and my sun in fifth house, which is also in Leo, and my moon in fifth house, which is also in Leo, it's going to give kitty cat and it's going to be cunt. Look at my eyes. Girl, I am sleepy and I need to take this medicine off. Medicine. I need to take this makeup off. Oh my God. Girl, I just came out here to give y'all a synopsis and look at me being the yapper that I am. So let's end it here. Goodbye.